Imagine a Europe united in policy but divided in ambition. At the center of this complex landscape is Spain, a country that has made an unexpected move, sending ripples through the continent. Spain's recent decision regarding its relationship with China has caught Europe off guard. This isn't just about electric vehicles, it's about influence, power, and the future of Europe's ties with China. Spain has surprised the EU by rejecting a proposal to impose tariffs as high as 38% on Chinese electric vehicles, EVs. This bold step has left many in Europe reeling, as the continent grapples with its response to China's dominance in the EV market. The EU initially saw these tariffs as a way to shield European automakers struggling to compete with China's efficient and affordable EV production. However, Spain has chosen a different path, defying expectations. Analysts suggest that Spain's decision is influenced by its deepening economic ties with China. Over the past year, trade between the two countries has increased by 15%, with China now accounting for 7% of Spain's total exports, including machinery, electronics, and agricultural products. This economic relationship appears to be a driving factor behind Prime Minister Pedro Sánchez's calculated stance, balancing EU solidarity with Spain's vital economic interests. Earlier this year, Sánchez met with Chinese President Xi Jinping, striking trade deals that have significantly boosted Spanish exports to China, especially in agriculture and industrial machinery. Spain's automotive sector, which faces tough competition from Chinese EV makers, benefits from the country's opposition to the tariffs. This move buys Spanish manufacturers time to adjust to the rapidly changing market. Observers believe Spain's strategy reflects an understanding of China's importance as a trading partner. Reports indicate a 12% increase in Spanish exports to China in early 2024, with agriculture and industrial machinery seeing notable growth. However, this decision comes with potential risks. China, known for leveraging economic pressure, could retaliate by imposing tariffs on Spanish goods. This could hit Spain's key sectors, such as agriculture and automotive manufacturing, hard. For example, Spain's pork industry heavily relies on Chinese markets, with over 40% of its pork exports destined for China, valued at more than €1.5 billion annually. Retaliatory actions could devastate Spain's rural economy, affecting over 300,000 jobs. Spain, the EU's second-largest car producer, focuses on mid-range vehicles that could struggle to compete with cheaper Chinese alternatives if production costs rise due to trade tensions. In rural areas, where agriculture plays a critical role, any disruption to exports like olive oil or wine could have significant socio-economic impacts. Experts warn that retaliatory actions by China could undermine the industries that are vital to Spain's economy. Europe's automotive industry has long faced challenges from China's growing EV sector. Once a leader in the global market, European automakers have seen their market share shrink as Chinese brands like BYD and NIO make significant inroads. Chinese EV imports to Europe surged by 18% in 2023, while European car exports fell by 9%. As Chinese vehicles gain popularity for their affordability and quality, European manufacturers are struggling to keep pace. The EU's proposed tariffs aim to protect its car industry, but Spain's opposition threatens to unravel this plan. Without a unified approach, Europe could face heightened competition from Chinese EVs in the years ahead. If China retaliates, the impact could extend beyond Spain, affecting other EU nations. Germany, Europe's automotive powerhouse, is particularly vulnerable due to its significant reliance on the Chinese market, with companies like Volkswagen, BMW, and Mercedes-Benz heavily dependent on Chinese sales. Meanwhile, France and Italy, less reliant on Chinese markets, are leading the charge for protectionist policies. French President Emmanuel Macron has argued for tariffs to defend European industries, highlighting the growing rift within the EU. Spain's decision reveals fault lines within the Union, with some countries prioritizing trade ties over protectionist measures. This division underscores the challenges Europe faces in presenting a united front on global trade. Spain's refusal to back the tariffs is also a strategic move to strengthen its position within the EU. By advocating dialogue and avoiding confrontation, Spain aims to play a mediating role in Europe's approach to China. Spain's economy, bolstered by over €5 billion in Chinese investments in 2023 in sectors like technology, infrastructure, and renewable energy, underscores the importance of this partnership. If Spain's stance gains support, it could weaken the EU's negotiating position with China, highlighting divisions within the bloc. Conversely, if the EU proceeds with the tariffs, countries like Spain risk economic retaliation from Beijing. Spain's bold move is reshaping Europe's dynamics, signaling a shift in power toward nations willing to engage more flexibly with China. The implications of Spain's decision go beyond trade. It reflects the broader challenges of maintaining unity in the face of differing national priorities. As Europe navigates this crossroads, its future relationship with China hangs in the balance. Will Spain's approach lead to a more pragmatic EU-China policy, or will it deepen internal divisions? Only time will reveal how this pivotal moment reshapes the global economic landscape.